this is morning on the canal.
Summer's over, autumn's here.
It's Thursday the 17th of September.
Yep.
Nice and sunny. I think
17th? Well done.
Let's check. Yes.
Yes, it is the 17th.
And we're doing a big push today, aren't we?
We are, yeah. We're trying to get through Newbury all the way to Marsh Benham. Newbury, by the way, if anybody knows, is a historic market town. It was first founded in Anglo-Saxon times. They found Mesolithic remains there, but its name, believe it or not, means new fortification, from the old Anglo-Saxon bury meaning stronghold. So Newbury, new fortification, and it was listed in the Domesday Book as consisting of 2 farmsteads and enough land for 25 pigs. So
it's a lot bigger than that now.
Yeah, about 30 pigs, 35 maybe, I don't know, who knows.
We're going to push on through. We have got 8 miles, 3 swing bridges and 11 locks.
11?
11.
Right, well, let's see how that goes.
Do you think we get halfway?
I doubt we'll even make Newbury.
So we've had a fabulous mooring here at Midgeham. As you can see, a proper solid bank. So we've managed to paint this side of the boat. Still got a few bits to do, but a couple of coats done. I think we've done this before.
No. Semi-professional.
So we've left our mooring at Midgeham and we are now on towards our first lock of the day. Lots and lots of leaves on the roof. Autumn's here. Apparently there's a weir up ahead, Mark.
Apparently there is. So it's the weirs on Weir on the Move, passing the sign that says there's a weir next to a weir.
Nice and narrow through this little section, and then we have a weir on the left hand side, and we've got to keep over to the right hand side as much as we can. And just coming into sight is our first lock of the day. Through Thatcham at the moment, which is, this little part isn't as picturesque, lots of industrial buildings, so you may hear that in the background. And then on our way up to Newbury. Who lives in there?
Anybody out there that knows what this structure is, please pop a comment in the box below. We're just coming up to the town of Thatcham, which we've said in a previous vlog is in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's the oldest, longest, continuously established or lived in settlement in the UK. It's about 11,000 years old, and you can see remnants of the old town as you drive around. Most of it's basically disappeared, but there are things like there's an old 13th century chapel right next to Ye Olde skate park. I'm assuming that the Knights of the Realm used the skate park to brush up on their half pipes and their, I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest, duck. That's probably not skateboard speak at all, it's probably ballroom dancing, who knows. But anyway, but most of Thatcham, to be fair, was developed in the 50s, 60s and 80s.
So the train station behind me at Thatcham actually takes you into London within about 25 minutes. So the river comes in at the side here on the left, and then this is Monkey Marsh Lock coming up now.
Up ahead is Monkey Marsh Lock. Now, do you remember we told you about Garston's Lock in the previous video? Well, Monkey Marsh Lock is the second and only remaining turf-sided lock in the UK. Again, built 1718 to 1723. And they are scheduled ancient monuments. They are rare as hen's teeth, these locks. Okay, so here we are inside Monkey Marsh Lock. This is the same as Garston's Lock, but you might get a better idea because it's in slightly better condition. You might get a better idea of exactly what these locks look like from the inside. And you'll see that the sides, they angle down. So you've got wooden boarding at the bottom half of the lock, and then turf sided angled at the top half. And what happens is, as you'll see when we go up in the lock, the water rises and floods that top half. So they do use more water than standard locks, but they are very, very rare. So you can see the water rising now. It's just almost at the top of the wooden boards, and it's about to break over the edge and then start flooding the vegetation. And so you can see that the turf-sided lock is now full, so the water has filled above the edge of the planks, and it's now filling the angle edges of the vegetation. And that's how they work.
You sure you know what you're doing, Houston? We're trying to get it ready for you.
Thank you so much for that. So that's the third lock of the day. I think it's 3, I'm sure it's 3. We've just gone through the other turf-sided lock, and now we're going to head through the bulrushes. Okay, so we've just pulled over at the moment. We've come through that narrow section, which was just crazy, absolutely crazy. We've got another narrow section coming up. They're not supposed to be narrow. It's presumably due to the COVID lockdown that we had back in March. Nothing has actually been maintained. Normally this is a lot wider. We've got another narrow section coming ahead, but there are 2 boats coming towards us, so we've tried to find the widest points, pulled over. We're just going to wait for them to come through, and then we can go through the next narrow section.
Good show, isn't it?
shallow all along.
Shallow everywhere.
Yeah.
They should get this out again.
That's crazy.
There's a hire boat coming up behind me.
Yeah.
He hasn't got. I overtook him already. He ain't got a clue what he's doing.
Oh, I've just seen him across the canal. So we've got a hire boat here, and the guy behind us has got stuck on the bank. So things often take a lot longer than you anticipate on the canal. Certainly taken a lot longer to go between Monkey Marsh lock and the next lock, which is only about half a mile to a mile, and it's taken ages. But we're not in a hurry. Okay, there's a sign over there. It says all craft, but not too sure what it says. No, the reeds are way too high. And behind me is a beautiful nature reserve, which is well worth, if you can stop, not that you can because of all the reeds, so there's no moorings here. There is enough space, visitor moorings at the station for about 2 or 3 boats. So if you moored there and then walked back up past a couple of locks, you've got this wonderful nature reserve behind. We're on the outskirts of Newbury and Thatcham at the moment. The two more or less join. We've got this lock here coming up, and then the next lock will take us through Newbury.
Hello, mate. Nice to see you in the flesh.
So I think this is our 4th lock of the day. We got to this lock and we bumped into a lovely narrowboat, and it was Pam and Eddie, if you're watching this. They're over from South Africa. They bought a boat in February and they're heading to the Thames. So nice to meet you both, and have a lovely trip on the Thames. You're gonna love it. We did. You'll love it too. So hello Pam and Eddie.
Okay, so the next thing to do is to go under this bridge. Hopefully we can stop at the marina. There's not many spaces, not many places rather, in this stretch on the east end of the Avon where you can fill up with water. Fortunately it's £5. We are going to pay it today because we haven't got time to go up another, I think it's 3 miles from where we want to be, where there's the next water point. So let's see if there's space at the marina. If not, Mark's gonna stink. He won't have had a shower.